today. From TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida,
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for
this is the National Football League.
Keelan Cole now to return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Jaguars offense for the first time with Gardner Minshew, the Washington State product, leading the way.
I know that people like him, and he's kind of a phenomenon in the league as Gardner Minshew, but I'm not sure he gets enough credit for how well he plays the game of football at the quarterback spot. Remember, he was a 6th-round pick, and a surprise 6th-round pick at that. More than held his own as a rookie after Nick Foles' broken clavicle forced him onto the field in the second quarter of Week 1. The Jaguars went 6-6 with him as a starter in 12 opportunities. Now they've got a chance to continue to progress and move forward with Gardner Minshew leading their team.
A gain of 3, second down. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Rolling to his right. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. On the handoff, Armstead. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
And this one is right down the middle. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead.
Jaguars 3, Colts nothing.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And no thought of a return here for Hines. Colts ready to go to work here offensively, and it is Phillip Rivers, their veteran quarterback and longtime Charger, who will be under center.
I don't know what it is, partner, but every time I watch Phillip Rivers play, I just have a big grin on my face because he plays the game with such joy. Loves being out there. Remember, he's part of that great 2004 class with Eli Manning and Ben Roethlisberger, 2 of them still in the league today. Now he's probably going to go over 60,000 passing yards and 400 touchdowns this season. The big question mark, how much does he have left in the tank? I think he's got plenty.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed, able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss?
third and short yardage. Rivers got an open man. That's Campbell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Armstead.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Space to maneuver at the 40. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Going with Armstead, a 1st down carry. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but from both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
1st and 10 at the...
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A first carry now for Thompson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 7. Out of the gun is Minshew. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Off play action, it's Minshew. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Josh Lambo on 2 field goals. A 48-yard attempt.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's got Jack Doyle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Doyle.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 53 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the extra point.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Cole now on the return. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call.
This is unbelievable.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Looking long for Westbrook. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. D.D. Westbrook is intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Minshew. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Steps away to his left. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Minshew and Shark on the hook up there. First down, Jacksonville.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. At 58 to the mic. Go 58 to the mic. Turn.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 42 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
58 to the mic. 58.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. And he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or two short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Buying time to his left. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Though certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get in the same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Rivers hands this one to Mack. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Ball carrier. He was brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
The 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3-yard line, you got to love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Looking to run with Mack. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Colts add on to their lead. A 1-yard run on first down, another one on second. Tell you, it doesn't do much for the yards per carry average, but it gets them 6 points.
And I just wonder in contract negotiations, do you show the 6 points scored, or do you show the yards per carry?
Show the 6 points.
No doubt about it. And his team benefits. They don't care about yards per carry. They just care about points up on the board.
No problem there on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Cole now on the return. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice, and that often runs you into a penalty.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll fire one deep for Westbrook, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Looking long for Westbrook. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now another drive coming for Phillip Rivers and the Colts. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. Campbell making the catch. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
10 yards.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Options galore here, second and a few inches. Here's Rivers. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. To the air again here, Rivers. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Rivers now, the throw on first down. Middle of the field to the tight end Doyle. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime.
A 29-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
Jaguars 3.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version. One has certainly been one-sided to this point.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and no thought of a return here for Hines. Phillip Rivers, he is the focal point of our players' spotlight now. And really a solid group effort. I mean, the montage focuses on him, and rightfully so, but it's been a good job of a team. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for Indy. 45 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there. Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. Over the middle, complete. It's Doyle. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Complete to Jack Doyle.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
9-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why he got knocked away there. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Brought down at his own 4-yard
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20.
That's good for the Jaguars.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
That's good for a Jaguar.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Tried to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. That'll bring up 2nd down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. Eluding the pressure right. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Minshew, 1st and 10. On the slant, this is Chart. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
That's another.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll give it back to Armstead. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 25 yards. And the Jaguars are back within a score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get this score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Back now in Jacksonville, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no thought of a return here for Hines. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Doyle. And he coughed it up. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it, a costly turnover. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll hand to Armstead. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
He was brought down.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
That's good.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Running it with Armstead. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Only needing 2 yards on second down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up.
They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
1 yard on the play.
Trying to pick it up with Armstead. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Raquel Armstead, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
Indy set to go on offense once more. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your own.
Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. the line, ready to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
On 1st and 10, Rivers fighting Hilton on the slant. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
2nd and 6.
They go right back to Mack. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Rivers to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as he should be. And how about this, a fake? But he will not make the first down marker, and that'll be a turnover on downs. So Minshew and the Jaguars down 17-16, just over a minute 40 to play. A field goal would be a game winner as they come up on first down. Back to throw. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
A run here with Armstead. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
A pass complete here to Conley. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a toss to Armstead. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. They'll stay with the run and Armstead. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Raquel Armstead in the final minute. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
And no thought of a return here for Hines. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Complete to Hilton. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.